Hi, I thought I'll make a video about this. I wrote an article about C and C++ enums and how to use them effectively. So let's look at the article a bit. This is the URL. I will be posting it under the video's description. So this talks about how enums can be useful in C and C++ programming to avoid repeated use of constant or macros. Enums are a clean and elegant solutions which were first proposed, I believe, in Pascal back in 1970s or something, and eventually they made their way in C language. And over the years, C has also improved them a lot. So C++ has a special classes that uh, have that are based on enums. So I have one example over here which I'll just copy from here, copy to clipboard, and then go into any compiler. I am visiting this website which has an online compiler. So I'll give the URL also again in the description of the video. Start a new pad and let's use a C++ pad. Create, and I'll simply delete all this code and paste my code over here from the article. And then let's look at the article, at the code basically. So I have a enum class tool kind which I'm interested in using in my program, for example. And you can see that there are different enum types defined in it, like select, orbit, and box. These are neither strings nor these are literals in the usual programming sense, but these are just ordinal values. They have positional values, like select will be value 0, orbit will be 1, box will be 2. So it takes really a very few number of bytes or bits to store this structure in your computer or your program's memory. So let's see how it's used in the main section. I have enum toolie. Again, this is another toolie, another enum with 3 members in it, P, Q, R. And I am trying to assign a variable to one of those values, Q, which is by position, it's second in the list, so it starts from 0. So its position will be 1. And then I'm printing it out, and then the next one, and then finally the last one is using this big one at the top. So let's see how it looks like. So the initial message is just a simple hello world message, and then the plain one is printing the position of Q, which is second, so 0, 1, so it starts counting at 0. And then the second one is printing 3, which is 0, 1, 2. So its position is 2. And the third one is doing a reverse lookup on UU. UU happens to be, here. UU is Prism. So Prism, if you look in this tool kind, is actually quite down over here. I think 7th or 8th position. By itself, enums don't provide this reverse lookup facility, so I have a special function for that, and that is printing the name of that element, which is on position number 7, I believe. So this is Prism. Similarly, I have another program which uses encapsulation. The advantage of this program is that this one can be easily customized with any different enum. So I'll delete the old program and paste the second one here, and I'll run it. So this one is simply working with the value Prism. So over here, I am declaring the first member, UU, which is referring to Prism. And then I'm adding these into a encapsulation class enum manager, and I am just defining two variables here. I can add even more. Let's say I define others which I ignored in the beginning. Tool kind, let's say orbit, and the word for it is maybe I want orbit itself to appear, and the closing parenthesis. So that should be it. If I run it now, oops, there's an error because I made a mistake. I added an extra curly braces. Now this should be good. And I can also define another variable maybe. Why this time? And let me add another one here. I'll pass it YY and run. So it's printing the two names. So if I provide a shape which is not in this lookup table, for example, spline is currently not there. So let's see here if I want to check out the spline. Okay, spline is not in this lookup table. Okay, so I get an empty string because my definition of the lookup table is returning a empty string. So that's it. Please, if you feel like it, go through this. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. Thank you.